Okay, and so in this one we are going to add a couple more settings to our local mini file. We're going to add our email settings. So email host equals smtp.gmail.com. Email host user equals codingforentrepreneurs@gmail.com. Of course, that would be your Gmail account, and if you don't have one, it's free, so it's good to test it out and just use that for now. Email host password equals to your password, of course. And last but not least, use TLS, just say true. Okay. So next we need to put the account activation days, and I'm just going to put this underneath our installed apps. So this, of course, is the number of days email activation will work with Django registration. The next thing we need to do is open up our URLs file. And within URLs, we're going to go right under admin here, and we're just going to type r accounts and include registration.backends.default.urls. Okay, looks good. And we just need to download the registration templates. And to do that, you just go to this URL right here and just go to the download zip. And it's going to download the zip file for you. And I'm going to, once it's downloaded, it will go into your download folder likely. Now that you have it downloaded, I put it on the desktop to make it easier. Just going to unzip it. And I'm going to put it right on the desktop. And so you're going to see this registration folder here. We're going to put that into our templates. So let's just drag that whole thing over. And don't worry about like copying it or anything like that. That should work. Now back into Chrome. Now back into Chrome, we can do accounts, register. Template does not exist, base, and that is true because we have not made a base template. So in templates, let's just copy so in templates, we're going to copy home. So let's just copy that. And new file, base.html. And we'll put that there. Okay, do a quick refresh. So there we go. Now we have our login or register. Looks like it's working okay. Let's try log out. Log out worked. So if we go back into admin, it's gonna, oops, log out did not work. There. If we go back in admin, that time it did work. If we go back in admin, we have to actually do all that. Cool. So that's registration. One other thing that we want to take note of is within registration, we can edit our activation email and subject. So within our activation email, we can open this up and we can change, this is trans as in translate. We can change what this stuff says. So expiration days, we set that already. And you could just say, hello, somebody signed up for you here. And you just grab that. And of course, site.domain will have to set that. And then you could say link is valid for X days. You can say that exact same thing if you so desire. Thanks. Team retail hands. So I'm actually going to use that one. Going to get rid of all that stuff, and we'll go back into our settings, and in sites, this is where you would change this site domain. That's where you would do it. Okay, so we can also change the subject, email subject in here. It's basically saying account activation on here. And again, it's translating. It will translate that if we did localization, which we're not doing. But there is a way to have certain languages or certain things in English translated to other languages depending on where they are. All right, so that's registration. That's pretty simple. There are other things that come along with the registration, but it pretty much handles everything that we would need to do. Register, login. There's a login. It's going to redirect to accounts/profile, so we'll have to set that to be going somewhere else. And it's actually pretty easy to do, so going into our local menu right underneath account activation days, we're going to add login redirect URL, and we're just going to make it go home. Save that, go back into Chrome, do accounts log out, and accounts log in, and it redirects you home. Cool. So that's most of our setup with registration. So this is how users can also sign up. They can go to register here and actually sign up. So test at gmail.com 123 123. Mine's going to throw errors because I don't actually have my email set up properly, as in I don't have my email password as you see here. But you can test it on yours with your password and you will see it actually work. Cool. So that is registration.